Big things are coming for this year's worldwide celebration. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are talking about the recent data download on both Global and JP Dokkan as we lead into the start of the worldwide download celebration, which is just about 1 day away. This is very, very exciting stuff because it reveals a whole lot of unexpected items, and it's the reason why I'm choosing to cover this. I had initially decided not to do this simply because, you know, this dropped while I was still at work and I just wasn't gonna be able to cover it till later this night. But, you know, after some thinking on it, and, you know, after thinking back on a conversation I had with Proton himself the other day, I've decided to go ahead and cover these anyways, even if I am going to be late to the party. So from this point forward, I'll still be covering data downloads when possible, even if I am a little bit late. The reason being is, like I said, after thinking on this conversation, I realized that I'm at a bit of an advantage here in that I can have some time to think and some time to process what's in these data downloads before I just shoot off and start talking about the things I see and, you know, maybe making some mistakes or maybe not understanding the full context of everything. So in this way, I can know exactly what is happening. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's jump on in. I hope you guys can appreciate my explanation there, but let's talk data download. So again, thanks to Proton, Tim, and MG here for this video, for helping out here with all of this. So we do have first up, a WWC promotional movie, same kind of movie they put out for every big celebration. Normally we don't cover these things, but I am gonna do it here because I want to show you guys something in this video. So if you need to, go ahead, adjust your headphones, do whatever you got to do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pause the music and take a look at this video.
Vegeta and Kakarot. Vegeta! And this is Vegito
Did you guys notice it? Did you guys see it? We have quite a few interesting things here in this video. First up, obviously, we got to see the first voiced skill on Global here for the Vegito fusion. It does sound a little off. I'm hoping it's just bad syncing over here on the initial download video. Hopefully they fix it when the actual cards comes out, because the sync kind of seems off between Vegeta and Goku's voice, so it doesn't sound quite like Vegito. So hopefully they fix that. But that's not the thing I wanted to show you, as cool as it was. If we actually scroll back here, right around here, this is a new Goku animation. Now, unsure if this Kamehameha here that he's doing is from the blue Goku and Vegeta that will end up fusing into Vegito, but I don't think so, because, right, we don't, you know, this is a singular Dokkan frame, and it doesn't appear that Vegeta is anywhere near him. So I'm thinking this Goku is his own thing, meaning he could possibly be a banner unit, or maybe one of the Part 2 cards, although I'm thinking more than likely banner unit, right? But this is basically Goku's full power Kamehameha, right? If we just kind of watch this real quick, right? This is the full power Kamehameha he does against Merge Sama. So very, very cool that we get a little sneak peek at one of the banner units. Interested to see what he does. We do have post video. We have the Int Teen Trunks. This guy will be made available tomorrow evening. I believe it'll be at 8 p.m. my time on the 24th, 25, the 25th for some of you guys elsewhere, right? So just depending on where you're at, but that'll basically be when part 1 kicks off. So not quite on to the banners. That'll happen on Saturday, but the events and everything will be kicking off tomorrow. Moving on, we have a new growth event in Search of the Light of Hope and a new limited attempts event in the strategy Future Fighter Super Training. If I'm not mistaken, this is the skill. One of these is the skill orb stage. I think it's this one. It does have a drop category of Future Saga. Very, very exciting. We'll be able to pick up skill orbs for the Future Saga category. Moving on, we have the next stage for the DB Super Future Trunks event. Doesn't seem that there's anything tied to it other than new scripted assets, so we'll see if that means we'll be getting anything new. Maybe that STR Rage Trunks will eventually awaken as they add more stages this celebration. We have the next Red Zone versus Goku Black. He appears to be a 2-stage event, right? I think he starts as base and then goes into Super Saiyan Rose. So very, very exciting. There might be a 3rd stage. It's a little unknown at the moment, but there may be a third phase to this stage. We also have the new challenge event, the Divine Wrath and Mortal Will. This gives us that super and extreme class event that we get for the worldwide celebration like last year. Now there doesn't appear to be any boosted characters tied to it, so could mean that it's just a regular difficult event like the Birth of the Shadow Dragons, and you don't need specific characters to clear it. We also have the Super Warrior Memorial Trunks stage. This is where you'll recruit that Int Trunks that we talked about. We have the new Battlefield 66. This is the special battlefield for the celebration. Now, the big thing I wanted to talk about, and the reason I decided to do this video, was the special Red Dragon Stones. These Red Dragon Stones are different than previous stones in that while Red Dragon Stones normally let us recruit these characters all here, which some are good, some are bad. We'll have a specific video on which ones you should pick later. This stone will specifically, as per the producer video, allow you to pick a character that is Dokkan awakenable. Now we don't know at this moment if it's all characters or like last year just the Janemba and Gogeta, but it could mean that any character you pick here is already Dokkan Awakened, but we shall see. Now, what's really interesting is we have 2 more stones following this. One premium UR Dragonstone and one LR Premium Dragonstone. Now this is very, very interesting because they've never done this before. They never delineated them, but after looking at the premium stones from the 8th anniversary, where it was basically the LRs combined with certain category specific cards, I think it's likely, I mean, this is not a guarantee, but it could be likely that the UR one here, where is it, is going to include basically all of those category cards that you see here in the stone shop, right? All of these ones here that are paired with the LR. So they'll be separate now for one of those stones. And I'm thinking they may take the original premium stone guys, since they were moved to the blue stone, and possibly even go one step further and move the 120s to the red stone, since, I mean, I think they're old enough at this point, or at least the demigod leads should be moved to maybe this redstone, and then the blue ones will stay on the 120s will stay on the blue stone. We'll see, but I definitely think there's some big changes coming to this one, and we'll see tomorrow when we can get our hands on the stone. I'm imagining this stone will probably go up to the category ones we see here, right? And then possibly include maybe some 2020 to 2021 era cards for it. Now the LRs remains to be seen which one they're going to have on here, how far it's going to be, right? This one went all the way up to the 5th year, so maybe expand that a bit further. This one might go all the way up to the 6th year LRs, right? So, because I think Turles is the most recent one on here, right? So this could go all the way up to Future Gohan and Trunks for all we know. We'll have to see. So, but very, very exciting stuff here, that we now have a way to kind of get some of these LRs a little bit easier, even if it might cost, right? We also have a new ticket, 50 special summon ticket. This is like the one we got last year. Collect 50 tickets throughout the campaign, and you can use it to summon on a banner that looks like this, right? So it'll have a couple banner units on here and one guaranteed LR. This is not like the anniversary one where you're getting 3 guaranteed LRs, just the one to my knowledge. And if we follow last year's trend, right, it went all the way up to the 7th Annie Part 2s, but if we follow last year's trend, this will probably go all the way up to Zamasu, or maybe if we're lucky, Super Boo. Now I say that because technically outside of the anniversary ones, right, on JP, Gohan and Trunks were the most recent LR on here, because they were released in December. Now this past December, the LR was Carnival LR, and the only newer, and then same with the anniversary ones that would have been down here. So the only newer LR we've had is Super Boo, or on JP, the Spirit Bomb Goku from the Tree of Might, or the Bulma. So I don't think it'll go as far as Bulma or the Tree of Might Goku, which means the more than likely scenario, the most recent LR will be Int Fusion Zamasu, and if we're lucky, Super Boo. So still a pretty good deal to pick up any one of those guys, with a free guaranteed LR, right? Still not bad in my personal opinion. So this should be really, really exciting, to have everybody get a free LR. But that's not all the free stuff we're getting, right? We're getting tons of thanks rainbow tickets, just like we do for Anniversary and Tenabot. Now this is the first time we're getting it for worldwide, and this is exciting because, as you know, these tickets can be used to summon on the Dokkan Fest banners and on the Carnival banners when those happen. So this will be very, very exciting stuff. More than likely they'll be used during Part 2, and you can use them to summon on those 2 banners. Remember, these are non-GSSR tickets, but I'm sure some of you are going to pull some pretty great stuff with these tickets when the time comes. Everything else here, right, we've got the new wallpaper, we've got the assets for the new live wallpaper, we've got some scripted assets for the various events that are coming, and then we have 2 new OSTs, one for playing on the title screen, Chozetsu Dynamic, the opening for Dragon Ball Super, and then the Blue Winds of Hope, the ending of the History of Trunks, and this will play during the Skill Orb stage, right? We also have some boosted runs coming, right? So on certain days, we'll get 5 boosted runs, and then the Future Saga skill orbs that are coming. So very, very exciting stuff here. I'm glad I took the time to really think through this, kind of look at it, and give my thoughts on the Dragon Stones, because I think this is a huge, important detail to drop, something that we hadn't expected before, but it's here now, as well as this change to the premium Dragon Stones. And I did kind of mention this when they mentioned in the video, that I think they're changing more than just the red Dragonstone, and it looks like I was right. I was wrong about the color, but I was right about the changes coming to it. So can't wait to see how everything gets fully fleshed out as the celebration starts tomorrow evening, and I can't wait to summon on Saturday. So hopefully you guys are excited, and if you are and you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know what part of this data download is exciting you the most. Honestly, for me, the news of free rainbow tickets is always a great thing. Always excited to hear that we get free stuff, right? So anyways, guys, that is the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And if nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.